Hello guys, and welcome to my second unboxing video for Riftbound. Now today we're just going to be going over all of the new structure decks that have been released yesterday in China. Now thanks to everyone for all of the good responses from the first video. This was recorded yesterday in the same session as we recorded the video, so I've been taking notes on all of the tricks that you guys told me, showing some of the chase cards a little bit more here and there. So I'll be paying attention to those in the future videos. And it is worth noting that I'll try to open at least one of everything that comes out as long as I'm in China before all of the releases happen. So here we're just going to be having the Jinx deck. Now Jinx is just a bit of a fan favorite, obviously, from Arcane, and here we're going to be seeing my wife having a little bit of a struggle of opening this one. So we can see once you get used to these, they are a little bit easy to open, but of course we don't want to be damaging any of these brand new cards. So here she's going to be looking through. Now we are going to be starting off with the Jinx, the champion unit Jinx, and one of the Vi's, as well as the Rasa, I believe it's called. And then we're just going to get into a lot of the generic Jinx staples. Like, I think overall this is one of the best decks that we can see when it comes to these starter events. Very aggressive, having a lot of these really good cards that can kind of just steal the game before your opponent has a chance to play. It's got a lot of low cost things as well, which kind of means your early game is going to have a lot more potential. It's got a lot more of these like controlling cards as well, which will help with some of the other purple decks. And then of course we're just going to be having 6 of each of the runes, which is obviously like one of the things that you just need to start off the game. So coming into the second one, we're going to be having the Lee Sin starter deck, and this is going to be a big one for me personally because I'm quite a big fan of Ahri and Set. So if you guys like these types of decks, then the Lee Sin starter is definitely for you. What we can see is that most of the cards come at kind of like a 2 or a 3 of. However, the foil cards are gonna come as a 1 of. So this means that this deck will not be absolutely complete for anyone looking to start the game. However, it's just a really nice thing to get, one of these structure decks and then kind of fill it in with a couple of the other cards from the booster boxes. I would recommend getting a couple of boosters and then one of each of these trial decks to just kind of get started. So going to be having the challenges, the first mates, a lot of these, and the pit fighters, of course, which is just going to be a really nice base for the set deck, as well as some of the early minions like the Poros and the Wielder of Water. And then we're going to be having 6 of each of the runes. And then of course, last but not least, we're going to be having the recruit tokens. Now these, a lot of people have been wondering about, but yes, they're going to be printed quite a bit in these trial decks. No surprise that we're seeing Victor, so we're probably going to be seeing a couple more in here as well. So now we can see that I opened it on the first try. I definitely didn't just edit out 30 seconds of me trying to open this thing. And then we're going to be having the Victor. Now this is my most anticipated deck, and honestly I can say that a lot of these cards are not super great for Victor. I feel they're more along the control Victor side of things, and honestly, I think that a lot of these cards will be slightly better for Ahri. However, we still do have some nice staples, and we can kind of play a little bit of a starter of a blue Victor. We can maybe chuck in a couple of the blue draw 1 cards and have a pretty decent deck. And then of course we're going to be having 6 of each of the runes, and then last but not least, the extra recruits. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.